Hey, Shalom, it's your brother Thon. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Quadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Shalom to all the brothers, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. The title of this lesson is The Attempted Robbery of the Lord's Property. Now, I've seen this article, and I've seen the priest Benaiah here in Dallas. He did a lesson on this early this morning. Apparently, Elon Musk is developing pregnancy robots. Okay? Pregnancy robots. And he showed them at his showroom. And he showed them in the showroom last year. But I guess they're making advancements in the technology to where, you can just have the egg and the sperm and they put it in a robot and the robot does the carrying for you. Now, what this devil is doing now, why I titled it Attempted Robbery of the Lord's Property, because this is headed in a direction to where he wants dominion over life and death. And it's written in the scriptures that the wicked, that they would have a God complex, that they would try to, step into the Lord's domain. Okay, there's certain things that the Lord has dominion over, and he always is going to have dominion over it. But this devil, like I titled it, he's trying to make an attempt at usurping those, responsibilities. So let's read 2 Thessalonians 2, and we'll start at 7, right? Because in verse 8, it talks about the wicked being revealed. And in this time, he's being revealed plain as day, all right? 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Now, in Paul's time, the Romans were ruling. So when he wrote this letter to the church of Thessalonica, okay, he was saying the mystery of iniquity doth already work. It's already in the works, okay, of the wicked forwarding their plan in the earth. All right, the Romans were Edomites, okay, and it's prophesied in the scriptures that the nation of Edom would be ruling upon the Lord's return. Okay, go to 2 Ezra 6 and 9. Now we continue on. It says, doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Okay, and you can read a more detailed version of that event, the War of Armageddon, and the Lord intervening during World War III. You can read a more detailed account of that event that's going to happen, that prophecy, in 2 Ezra the 13th chapter. Okay, so that's the enemy. There's a people who's trying to usurp the throne of God in the earth, and that's the enemy, and it's a man, and we're going to find that out here in the next verse. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Now, is this not a lying wonder? Oh, we can control life and death, when people are born, how they're born. And then the years back, in the so-called scientific community, they've went into the idea of, we could do all this different gene splicing, and you can customize your baby. Designer babies is what they call it. All right. So this devil, he's really trying to step in that domain of having control over life and death, when that is the Lord's domain. This mentality is even mentioned in Romans the 1st chapter, where it states that they worship the creature more than the creator. Okay, the Lord is the one that has dominion over life and death. To prove that, you go to 1 Samuel 2 and 6. Let's read it really quick. It says, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. So the Lord, he sanctions who live and dies, and what spirits are brought back in the earth. Okay? And when people die, the spirits return unto the Lord. And that's what this devil doesn't get. The Lord has dominion over the spirits. They can even try to clone people and do particular things, but at the end of the day, what spirit is going to be in the vessel that you made? Because the Lord will have to sanction it at the end of the day. He's the father of spirits, okay? Prove that. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. Then shall the dust, the men Mankind was made out of the dust, right? Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was. All right, the flesh goes back into the ground. All right, the vessel that holds your spirit. That's what we're in. We're spirits in bodies. Then shall the dust return unto the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. All right, it returns unto its owner. This devil's out of his mind. This is why the scriptures say that no flesh would be saved. If he was allowed to complete his plan, everybody would perish. It's in Matthew the 24th chapter. This devil is not spiritual by any means. You must realize, like, a child that's born that way, right? There's going to be a big spiritual disconnect with that child. Everything isn't carnal. It's something spiritual that happens when a child comes out of a womb, with the mother and the child, and the father. There's something spiritual that happens. You know, when the child gets that skin-to-skin contact, gets to breastfeed and lay on its mother's chest, get the nutrients from its mother. There's a spiritual aspect to that interaction that you're stripping away. So now, as the child develops, you know, even the relationship dynamic between the mother and the child, the father and the child, is skewed. It's not what it's meant to be. It's anti-family. The Lord is about family, and this devil is not. You see, in order for him to control the masses of the people, you can't have strong families. So this just adds unto, you know, this just adds, fuel to the fire for what he's trying to accomplish. To where you put him and his ideas, his ideology, his way above, you know, your family and the values that your family is supposed to stand for, which is supposed to be the things of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, this is a quick lesson I just wanted to speak on, because if you can't see at this point in time who the wicked actually is, you're through. You don't even know that you're under attack. The Lord set up the prophets, especially in this time, to make inquisition of the wicked. All right, I believe it at 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, around the 18th verse. Inquisition is being made of this devil. It's important that the characters in the Lord's movie are pointed out. I did that lesson yesterday, and I might have to redo it. Somebody complained about that, not being able to hear the audio. But I did that lesson yesterday about why it's significant that the children of Israel are pointed out. Because what? The elect of that nation has to be healed. The healing of the elect of the nation of Israel leads to what? The establishment, the return of the Lord, the establishment of the kingdom of heaven on earth, and the eventual healing of all the nations. That's the starting of that process. So if you're talking about paradise being on earth, those people have to be identified and pointed out. Okay, and it has nothing to do with complexion, so to speak. We use those relative terms so people know who we're talking about, but it has nothing to do with complexion. Now, on the flip side of that, it's also relevant to identify who the wicked is, so that, you know, the elect are able to discern who their enemy is and know what not to fall for, know what not to hearken unto, know what to watch out for. Okay? So, you know, just a quick one for you guys. Just the audio lesson, Abba Ratzazah. It was edifying to you all. Okay? If you have any questions or precepts that came to mind that I didn't bring out, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of them. But leave them in the comment section. Okay? So I'm going to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chahakwadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and they rule well. I want to say shalom to all the brothers, okay? And of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. May the blessing of election, salvation, which is our goal, be upon your house. All right, shalom.